Living with thyroid eye disease, I didn't realize how much my bulging eyes and double vision were holding me back. But then my doctor recommended Tepezza.
Doctors have been prescribing Tepezza for over 5 years. Tepezza is the first FDA-approved treatment that treats a source of TED. In a clinical study, more than 8 out of 10 patients had less eye bulging, and clinical studies showed nearly 7 out of 10 patients who took Tepezza saw improvements in double vision. Tepezza may cause infusion reactions. Tell your doctor right away if you have high blood pressure, fast heartbeat, redness of the face or feeling hot, difficulty breathing, headache, or muscle pain. Tepezza can raise blood sugar even if you don't have diabetes, and may worsen inflammatory bowel disease even if you haven't been diagnosed with it. Tepezza may cause severe hearing problems, including hearing loss, which may be permanent. Tell your doctor if you have any changes in hearing or if you are pregnant or planning to be, as Tepezza may harm your unborn baby.
Now, when I look in the mirror, I just see me.
Ask your doctor about Tepezza and visit mytepezza.com to see Pam's before and after photos.
After a very mild day today, we are going to start to cool down a little bit starting on Tuesday. Rain chances increase too. We need that. Snow out west? I don't know if we need that, but warmer by the end of the week. Storm Alert Team forecast tonight.
Finally tonight, he was the voice of the Yankees, America Strong. John Sterling was a major league legend, right along with the players.
3-2. Swung on and hit high in the air to deep right. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone.
The voice of the Yankees for nearly 4 decades.
Burn, baby, burn.
Generations of families listening to him on the radio, his signature saying the Yankees win after each victory.
The Yankees win.
John Sterling calling more than 5,600 Yankees games in 36 seasons, including an incredible 5,060 games in a row from 1989 to 2019.
Hayes has room.
He was behind the mic for 8 World Series, the Yankees winning 5 of them.
Yankees win. The Yankees win.
He was there for the greats, calling every game Derek Jeter played.
Derek Jeter homers.
Every pitch Mariano Rivera threw.
Now Rivera is set.
And Aaron Judge's record-setting home run.
Number 62 to set the new.
Tonight, Aaron Judge says John meant so much to the team, to Yankees fans, to baseball fans. John Sterling died today at the age of 87 due to complications following a heart attack.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Yankees baseball, along with my good friend John Sterling.
Tonight, friend and colleague, fellow Yankees announcer Michael Kay recalling a final wish John Sterling had to be there for his daughter's wedding.
He said, Michael, I have to walk her down the aisle. And that's why I was hanging on.
Tonight here, John Sterling, in his own words.
How lucky can you be for people to celebrate what you do for a living? So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much, and God bless you all.
John Sterling, a Yankees legend. I'll see you right back here tomorrow night. Good night.
Thank you for making World News Tonight with David Muir, America.
At Pemberley Place Senior Living here in Lincoln, our senior living care is a calling. Our residents are family. Days are filled with activity, good friends, personalized care, and delicious food. Visit PemberleyPlace.com, an MJ Senior Living community.
Founded and operated by American veterans and patriots, we are a personal injury law firm that brings a warrior ethos to every case. We are Barry Law.
My dad says our new Linux system saves energy.
Well, saving energy means saving money.
A lot of money?
Yep.
Time for a raise in my allowance.
Savings year after year.
A big raise.
Call today for perfect air you can feel in your home and savings you can feel in your wallet.
Lennox. Air is life. Make it perfect.
Call Brian Hester Heating and Air today.
Every play, every highlight, KOKN brings you the action, bringing you closer to the excitement, one game at a time. Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 6.
Coming up tonight, Secret Service shooting. The White House briefly forced into lockdown, what we know from the shooting near the Washington Monument. Also tonight, kitten calamity cure. what the Beatrice Humane Society is saying is the key to solving the stray cat problem they've been having. And Memorial Stadium renovation work begins on the $600 million project. What you need to expect on the roads while crews are in the midst of construction. But let's get straight to your first forecast for this beautiful Monday evening. Citizen journalist Melanie sending this video into our Now Local News app of her taking a stroll through the Heyman Rose Garden here in central Lincoln. The flowers haven't quite bloomed yet there, but with sunshine like we're having today, that garden will be so much more colorful in no time. Good evening, everyone. I'm Rod Fowler. Citizen journalist Brian sending us a view of how he's enjoying the weather. He was on a bike ride on Billy Wolf Trail. Hopefully you found some time to go soak up the sun like these two, because what a day it has been. Here's what it looks like outside right now. This is our network of cameras. Not too many clouds in the sky, warm to kind of hot temperatures. But will the heat be sticking around? Let's go to Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins for some answers. Rusty.
The short answer is no, it won't be sticking around. We will see a much cooler day tomorrow, but not cold, just a little on the chilly side with plenty of cloud cover, maybe some precipitation. That would be really nice. Here's what it looks like outside right now. Sunset at 8:27. That's a good 2.5 hours away, so plenty of time to get out and enjoy these warm temperatures. We might see a spot sprinkle as we head through after sunset into early tomorrow morning. Temperatures middle 70s by 7 p.m., 60s by 9 p.m., and into the 50s by 11 o'clock. Mostly cloudy in Beatrice as well. Your Shones roofing cam looking at 6th and Perkins. Not much going on, just a temperature that is comfortable and will be much cooler tomorrow, but a little bit of light rain in the northern half of the state and a little bit trying to move into the southern half of the state, but really most of us on the dry and mild side for a good portion of Nebraska. 74 in Lincoln right now, 79 in Hebron, but some 50s just lurking off to the north and west. A bit of a north wind at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And as we head through tonight, that chance for some light rain isn't spectacular, but it's out there. I think the western half of the state, which needs the rain too, has a little bit better chance for that rain, but it'll try to move into south central and eventually southeast Nebraska by tomorrow late morning. So we'll talk more about that rain chance and see if there's any more in the forecast in the full forecast.
All right. Thank you so much, Rusty. Breaking now, shots fired near the White House in Washington, D.C. Behind me, you can see a real-time feed of Capitol Hill. The entirety of D.C. is waiting for answers after a shooting briefly forced the White House into lockdown this afternoon. Details are slim, but this is what we know at this point. The shooting involved a U.S. Secret Service member, and the man he shot is alive but injured. The shooting happening near the Washington Monument, just over a half a mile away from the White House. We do not know what prompted the shooting yet, but one of the Secret Service members was asked if they believe the shooting was a threat to the president. Here's what they had to say.
I'm not going to guess on that. I can tell you that every time, one, we're patrolling this area, and every site we do 24/7 hardcore. Whether or not it was directed to the president or not, I don't know, but we will find out.
And we'll be sure to keep you up to date as this situation unfolds further and we learn more. As the war in Iran drags on, gas prices keep climbing here in the U.S. Citizen journalist Brian sending us these videos into our Now Local News app. The Super C is up to $4.09 a gallon, one of the first gas stations we're seeing in Lincoln with prices over $4. He's also giving us a comparison right here of Sam's Club membership pricing from 1 year ago. It was $2.79 a gallon last year, and as you can see, the Sam's Club is also near $4 today. Brent crude oil prices were up 5% today, right around $114 a barrel. U.S. stocks also slipping as Middle East attacks escalate. NASDAQ and the S&P down 0.5% or less, and the Dow losing a little more than 1%. Well, only on 8, a big step forward in solving a cat crisis.
This year, it was 0 kittens in the month of April, and that's just such an incredible change.
Gage County struggling with a surge in stray cats for several years, but now the Beatrice Humane Society says all of the hard work is paying off. For the first time in the history of their organization, Beatrice Humane Society has seen fewer kittens actually come in. Generally, Emma Norwood joins us after speaking with the executive director about the impact this has had. Emma.
Good evening, Rod. I'm going to take you back to 2023 here with me for just a second, when the spay, neuter, and release program first started. As you can see here, the Humane Society saw 24 kittens come in needing care. And finally, for the first time ever in April, their office stayed empty, bettering the community and benefiting so many.
The last couple of years, we've averaged between 3,000 and 3,500 cat spays per year through our low-cost spay-neuter clinic, which is incredible.
Thousands of stray cats roaming the streets in Gage County for years, creating issues of all kinds for the community. Those now coming to an end after countless hours, thanks to the Beatrice Humane Society's Trap, Neuter, and Release program.
We've been working really hard, locally, and now we're starting to see that kind of spread out, and it's really cool to see the outcome be that we are actually decreasing the number of kittens that are coming into our communities.
Because of how many cats they've been able to treat, for the first time ever, the Humane Society taking in 0 kittens in the month of April, proving the success of the TNR program and showcasing all of the hard work teams have put in.
To be honest, it makes me want to cry a little bit. This has been a real passion of love for us as an organization. It is incredible to finally start seeing that payoff. As an organization, this has been a real challenge.
By solving the overpopulation and reproduction of the stray cats, and now finally seeing results, the community is reaping the benefits.
Now to see the payoff is really rewarding, and to hear some of the people in the community that were previously naysayers of the program turn around and all of a sudden be like, oh yeah, spaying and neutering is the way to go, is just it's the brightest light that we have. Like, it just really does speak so much to how important this program is, and how much it can bring our community back together in a time that everything feels so divided.
And due to the low number of kittens being brought in, the Humane Society adds that they have plenty of adoption capacity, meaning more animals can find their forever homes. Reporting here in the studio, Emma Norwood, Channel 8 News.
All right. Thank you, Emma. New at 6, Memorial Stadium renovation is kicking off with some construction near the Haymarket area. Lincoln is beginning preliminary work just over a week since the Board of Regents approved the $600 million plan to turn the stadium into what you're seeing behind me. And they're starting with some work on Stadium Drive. It's going to be closed from U Street to Salt Creek Roadway from today until May 15th. Citizen journalist Brian showing us some of the places they'll be working on along Stadium Drive. In this video he sent in to our Now Local News app. We'll be sharing bits of the renovation on our app, so scan the QR code on your screen to download it for free and see the renovation of the stadium take shape. Well, stay with us. We have more headed your way after the break, and even more on our 10 o'clock show. A big meeting in Waverly is underway, and Channel 8's Danielle Da Silva is gaining information there.
Hi, everyone. I'm Danielle Da Silva, and I'm reporting from Waverly ahead of their final meeting tonight over a $64 million bond. Now, the final vote on this is happening next week, and there's a lot of history here, so it'll be interesting to hear what people have to say tonight. Stay tuned.
New at 6, the city of Lincoln releasing its annual drinking water quality report. This report spans through all of the year of 2025. They're saying they are proud to report 0 drinking water quality violations last year. Let's take a closer look at their report. You can see some of the criteria they base their report around. This is everything from testing for certain levels of different elements and minerals, radioactive contaminants, and lead and copper. As you can see from those check marks on the right there, Lincoln is meeting meeting standards in every category, meaning you won't have to worry the next time you go to the tap to fill up a glass of water. Also new at 6, with the primary coming up soon, the Nebraska Secretary of State is releasing some statistics on Nebraskan voters. There are more than 1.25 million registered voters this year. Just under half of those voters are Republican, with the next big majorities registered as Democratic and nonpartisan. In the top 5 this year is the Legal Marijuana Now Party. More than 10,000 people registered to vote this year are affiliated with them.
Very warm today, temperatures into the middle 80s, not too far away from record highs. We'll be a long way away from record highs tomorrow. That forecast when we come back.
And all new at 10 o'clock across the Atlantic, Governor Jim Pillen wrapping up a trip to London, how new trade deals could put more Nebraska products on plates and into markets overseas. Again, that's coming up tonight at 10 o'clock. Grand Island firefighters are getting creative to help the community. They're starting a fundraiser that aims to help families through an unusual way with bourbon. Mackenzie Johnson joins us in the studio after speaking with the firefighters about their big boozy idea. Mackenzie?
From whiskey to wholesome help, the Firefighters Union in Grand Island is finding a fun way to get community members involved in charity. And it all begins with this bourbon here. A group of firefighters traveled out to Iowa to hand select a barrel of this limited release bourbon whiskey. They're going to sell bottles of the whiskey along with glasses and flight boards, and all the money is going to help support people in the community. They donate to charities, and they can also use the money to pay for a few nights in a hotel for any families whose homes are burned.
Anybody can do, just ask for donations. For us, this was a great opportunity to get some of the members of our local involved in something that they're, that's one of their interests, one of their passions, and it's able to make a huge impact in our community. So.
In just the past 24 hours or so, they've already sold between 30 and 40 bottles of the bourbon. Tonight at 10, you can hear how you could try some of the whiskey and how much money they're hoping to raise by the time the barrel runs dry. Reporting in the studio, Mackenzie Johnson, Channel 8 News.
All right, thank you, Mackenzie. New tonight, the city of Columbus sharing their new city seal. This here is their new stamp of identity. They're extra excited because the seal wasn't designed by just anyone. It was done by a lifelong Columbus resident. Jennifer Davila designed the seal after a community-driven process that started late last year. The city sifted through submissions until they selected hers. It has meaningful elements of the city, like the river there and the Loop River Bridge. When asked about why she made the seal, Davila said she plans on staying in Columbus her entire life, and she wanted to create something she'll be very proud of. And the Beal Slough Disc Golf Course is receiving some national recognition. UDisc is ranking it as the 73rd best course, not only in the country, but in the world. This is out of 17,000 courses globally. It's Beal Slough's third consecutive ranking on their list. The director of Parks and Rec saying the ranking is an honor and a reflection of the strong growing disc golf community in Lincoln and across Nebraska.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins.
Today would have been a great day to go out and do some disc golf. A fantastic sport, by the way. If you've never done it and you know how to throw a Frisbee, try it. It's a blast. Look at this, though. 84 degrees. Our record high of 91. We were only 7 degrees away from that. Precipitation-wise, the most we've ever seen on this day, 24-hour period, was back in 1959. 2.5 inches of rainfall in one day. That'd be all right. We need the rain. I mean, that's a little much at once, but still, we could use some rainfall, that's for sure. A lot of cloud cover out there. Our Allo camera looking at a mixture of clouds and sun. More clouds than sun at 21st and L Street. It's still mild, but it is cooling off. Look at this. 50s from Chadron to O'Neill and areas north, and then 60s, 70s, and we're all hanging on to the 70s. Still 79 in Beatrice, but look at Falls City, 86, but a cold front moving from north to south is going to make tomorrow feel a lot different than today. And really, Mother Nature is just going to even things out. Today was way above average by about 15 degrees. I think we'll be below average by about 15 degrees tomorrow. Add them up, divide them in half, normal. Ta-da. Temperatures, wind speed out of the north at 10, 20, 25 miles per hour. Wind gusts are still a little up there. These will diminish as we head through the evening hours, but 36 miles per hour in Norfolk, 30 in Hebron, 33 miles per hour in McCook and Holdridge. There's the cold front right there, warmer to the south. Cooler to the north, and that's where the rain showers are at. A couple of storms trying to move into parts of southwest Nebraska, but most of us pretty quiet right now. But we do have maybe a sprinkle trying to get going here in southern Gage County. Not going to amount to much. So we head to around 9 or 10 o'clock this evening. That cold front may give us a shower or two, especially after 10 p.m. And that thunderstorm activity to the south may move into southwestern Nebraska. I keep saying may because we all know how hard it's been to get rainfall around here lately. So a lot of this may just fizzle out. I'm hopeful that we see that rainfall overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning, and then that dives to the south, making way for this little nugget of joy off to the west. An interesting storm system. I'll move all the way over here so you can kind of get a good idea that it looks like most of central and eastern Nebraska will be rain-free, but a sprinkle or two a possibility as we head through Tuesday. And there's that chance as we head into the second half of the day on Tuesday. The better chance for rain, and good for them, they certainly need it, will be the western half of the state. May mix in with a few snow showers too. In fact, parts of Wyoming and Colorado may see a foot of snow or more. Not for us, though. If there's any snow that falls out here, it would likely just mix with the rain. It wouldn't amount to much. So how much rainfall are we talking about? Not a whole lot, but I mean, maybe 1/100th to 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch to way more the further west and southwest you go. So hoping for them that they do actually see that. Mostly cloudy tonight, a spot shower possibility, 47, maybe some 30s just off to the north and west, but I think most of us in the lower, middle, and upper 40s. So then we struggle tomorrow. Mostly cloudy, a few scattered showers, 58, way below average. Even the lower 50s further west, upper 50s further east. We might see 60 if we can get a peak of sun. Probably not going to happen. Then Same on Wednesday, I think more clouds than anything. And then Thursday and Friday, really nice. And then Mother Nature waits until Mother's Day weekend for our next chance for rain. I'm not sure why she's doing that. And then, hey, look, our bike drive is on the 10-day forecast.
All right, thank you, Rusty. New at 6, some Lincoln second graders getting a lesson on manners today. This was the 18th annual Trinity Lutheran School Manners Meal. You see, they walk to Cheddar's there at 55th and O and enjoy a grown-up lunch together as a class. Here are pictures of some of the students with the managing partner of the Lincoln Cheddar's, David Hernandez. During the school year, the students worked being aware of and improving their manners in all parts of their lives. They're encouraged to think about how they can treat one another with politeness and use of courteous language. I think that's great. Yeah. Look who's here. This guy has the best manners around, so good to have you here, buddy. We're going to go into the sports zone. Nate, what do you have on deck today?
Yeah, well, thank you for that, Rod. And we'll be looking at the new release of Big Ten softball bracket. So we're taking a look at that. And the 2026 home and away opponents for Nebraska volleyball have been released. That and a lot more coming up next.
From the Channel 8 Sports Zone, sponsored by Green's Furnace and Plumbing, here's Channel 8 News Sports with Sports Director Nate Johnson. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
Nebraska volleyball's Big Ten home and away opponents for 2026 are set. Hey, what's going on? Thanks so much for tuning into the Sports Zone. Now, this season will look a little different with the addition of the Big Ten Conference Tournament, meaning that the Huskers will play 9 Big Ten home matches and 8 away matches this fall for a total of 17 regular season conference matches instead of 20. The Huskers' 9 home matches will be against Illinois, Iowa, Minnesota, Ohio State, Purdue, Rutgers, UCLA, USC, and Wisconsin. The Huskers' 8 away matches will be against Indiana, Maryland, Michigan, Michigan State, Northwestern, Oregon, Penn State, and Washington. The Big Ten always such a tough volleyball conference, and I'm excited to see how the Big Ten tournament will look this season. Now, these rotations will operate on a 2-year cycle for the opponents, that is. So Nebraska's home and away matches will flip for 2027. And here's a look at that home and away opponents for Nebraska. I love seeing USC and Wisconsin on that list for the home matches. No Penn State, though. The Nittany Lions not coming to Lincoln this season. However, the Huskers will travel to PA and out west to Oregon and Washington. No road trip to Madison, though, this season, but that's an early look to 2026. Moving to Nebraska softball, the Huskers will be in action in the Big Ten tournament this week, and here's a look at the Big Ten tournament, which will be hosted in Maryland. Nebraska landing the 1 seed, of course, in the tournament, and will play their first game on Thursday at 12:30 versus the winner of Michigan and Ohio State. The game will be available to watch on the Big Ten Network. The tournament runs from Wednesday until Saturday. Now, Softball America dropped their latest top 25 poll. Nebraska coming in at number 2 this week behind Oklahoma. Oregon and UCLA both landed in the top 10 at 9 and 10. And Indiana snuck into this week's rankings at number 25. A big week awaits for not only Nebraska softball, but Nebraska baseball as well, who returns home this week following their series loss to Ohio State. Nebraska needing a bounce-back weekend against their rival. Game 1 is on Friday at 6 p.m. And the Huskers did hold on to a ranking this week in D1 baseball's latest poll. Nebraska coming in at number 25 this week. UCLA holds strong there at number 1. Oregon lands at 13. USC there at 18. And Nebraska, of course, sitting at 25. 9-spot drop, though, after that series to Ohio State. And finally, the GPAC baseball tournament championship game. It's going on right now between Doane and Concordia in Crete. This one has been a back-and-forth battle. It's 13-13 in the bottom of the 9th, so we're going to have an update on that game later tonight at 10. But what a match between those two, those seasons. Both their seasons not quite done. They don't want it to end yet. That'll do it for sports, though. Rod will go ahead and send things back over to you.
Hey, Nate, let's get a final check of the weather. Rusty, some people may have wanted to take a dip in the swimming pool today, but we're going to see a dip in temperatures, right?
Yeah, you probably want to sit next to the fireplace tomorrow versus the pool today. That's how quickly things are going to change. And you can see it already changing. The northern half of the state in the lower 50s. Meanwhile, southeast Nebraska closer to 80 degrees. So yeah, things are changing. And because of that, some rain showers, much needed. So we'll take what we can get. But some light rain in the northern half of the state. As we head through tonight, maybe a sprinkle or two in southeast Nebraska. The better chance, I think, will be in southwest Nebraska as we head through late tonight into early tomorrow morning. But a sprinkle or two possible on and off throughout the day on Tuesday. Something we're hoping for. We need the rain, no matter how we can get it.
You bet. Thank you, Rusty. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you enjoy your night. Get out and enjoy the weather while you can. And we'll see you back here at 10 o'clock.